much, but we do get our big KO on the Dialga for 290 damage. Let's get rid of that stadium too. Silver Tempest is here, and with it is a potential new best deck in format, Lugia VSTAR. Absolutely terrorizing the scene right now, and we're going to be doing multiple Lugia videos in the coming weeks. I think there's one that has like the amazing Raikou and the Radiant Charizard. That's not this deck today. We are doing a more streamlined, simplified version of the deck that I think is pretty good if you're just trying to get a feel for how to play Lugia VSTAR, and as well as just being a little more consistent, because your suite of attackers is a little more straightforward. So let's call this the starter Lugia deck. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about Lugia VSTAR in this Regi build. Let's call it that. And yep, inspired by Azul. GG, shoutouts to Azul. I was looking for like a whole bunch of lists, and I've played with a whole bunch, and I took his list as a starting point, tweaked it just a little bit, and I like it as like the starting point. Again, we're going to do a whole bunch of other ones, but let's start with this one for the time being. Lugia VSTAR, 280 HP, 2 retreat, colorless Pokemon. Weak to lightning, but you can nullify that with Dunsparce. And its big move, Tempest Dive, 220 damage, and you may discard a stadium. On the surface, this doesn't sound too great. However, paired up with the ability Summoning Star as its VSTAR power, you can put up to 2 colorless Pokemon that don't have a rule box from your discard pile onto the bench. And what you're going to be looking to do is put Archeops on the bench, because it has the amazing ability Primal Turbo. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 special energy cards and attach them to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. This pretty much lets you instantly charge up Lugia on the second turn. And not only that, right, at least at the time of recording, Powerful Energy is still in rotation. You throw 4 Powerful Energy on there, all of a sudden you're doing 60, 80, 300 damage. You throw a Choice Belt on there, you're almost one-hit KOing everything in the game. And it doesn't have to be that exact combination. You can put on V-Guard Energy, so you take 30 less damage from Pokemon V. You can put on Gift Energy, so that when your Pokemon's knocked out, you draw up to 7 cards. To accelerate a little faster, you've got Double Turbo Energy, and so on, right? So as the game goes on, Archeops can just throw a bunch of energy onto the field. I think the thing you have to keep in mind is that you have to attach 2 energy cards to one Pokemon. So it's very easy to miscount and then attach too much energy to one Pokemon. So be very mindful of your attachments and how you attach them. So we've got 4/3 Lugia in this deck, 1 Dunsparce to nullify weakness. Our alternate attacker here is Regigigas, which has the ability here doesn't matter, but you do love the attack Gigaton Break, where for 5 colorless energy, you can do 300 damage to a VMAX. You'll want this card to take out single prize attackers. You'll want this card for VMAXs, and getting us a little higher we've got 1 Twin Energy to try and avoid using double turbos to nullify the damage. We really want to make Regigigas hit as hard as possible, so we've got that one in there, and hopefully over the course of a turn or two, you can get Regigigas fully charged up if you need it. Though in a hurry, you can still pop on a double turbo and other stuff. Of course, we've got 3 Archeops for the energy acceleration, and then some supports. Crobat for drawing cards, Lumineon for getting a supporter from the deck into your hand, and Pumpkaboo to bump stadiums, because you really don't want Path to the Peak in play when you're looking to Summoning Star. That being said, here you go. You've got 1 copy of Path to the Peak in here because it does slow down other decks. After you've done Summoning Star, you don't need abilities, and you can throw Path to the Peak down to try and lock them down. Or if you've got the combo, you throw down Path to the Peak early, and then you use Pumpkaboo when you're ready to pop Summoning Star and then do the thing. We've also got 1 Collapsed Stadium, shorten your opponent's bench, and Regigigas in particular, this one will hurt, and Palkia as well. Another thing to keep in mind with Collapsed Stadium is that you want to make sure you've got enough bench space for all of the Pokemon. I think you're going to want 2 Lugias, 2 Archeops, and then you've got 2 floating spaces between your Manaphy, Lugia, Dunsparce, Pumpkaboo, and so on. So be mindful of how you bench, especially if you're going to throw down the Collapsed Stadium and you don't sabotage yourself in the process. For support cards, we've got 2 copies of Boss, 1 copy of Cheren's Care, which I do like, but it is a risky play. I think that it is very easy to back yourself into a corner where you Cheren's Care, you get the hurt Lugia off the board, you put in a new Lugia. But if you do it at the wrong time and you don't have any energy in the deck to accelerate to the next one, you might be in trouble there. But it is kind of a high risk, high reward play, especially if you do this early on in the game when you still have a bunch of energy you can accelerate. Yeah, you can do that. Cheren's, evolve up the next Lugia, throw a bunch of energy on there, and then maybe on a future turn you Marnie, get the energy back into the deck. We've also got 2 Marnie, 4 Research, 3 Serena. Serena is a new supporter in the game. Lets you either discard up to 3 cards and draw up to 5, or gust up a Pokemon V. This is, again, great for drawing cards, gusting a specific Pokemon V, and drawing more cards, and getting the Archeops into the discard pile. We give ourselves so many ways to try and get Archeops into the discard pile for Evo Incense, for Ultra Ball, 3 Serenas, and so on. And then we've got 3 Choice Belts, so we're doing maximum damage on Pokemon V. And then our suite of energies, 3 double turbo, 2 gift energy, 3 V-Guard energy, which is new. You take 30 less damage from Pokemon V. 2 capture energy, 4 powerful colorless energy, and 1 copy of Twin Energy. This is a very strong deck. It does take a little bit getting used to managing your space, using Archeops to attach energy. What happens if you only get 1 Archeops on the board? It definitely takes a little bit of practice. I will say, if you are getting into this deck for the first time, I prefer this build as a starting point before you get into the crazy builds with the Raikos and the Charizards and all that. So let me show you how this deck works. Okay. Yeah, this is not a bad hand. This is not a bad hand. We do get 2 Lugias, which is amazing. What we want, though, is a... Okay. We actually don't want to bench anything right this second. I don't want to bench the Dunsparce or none of this stuff. And I should have done a deck check to see what we have. Let's go throw a Choice Belt on. And let's quick ball for, maybe a Crobat to draw some more cards. Okay, so we have our Dunsparce, Manaphy, Gigas, Crobat, Lumineon. We have 1 more Lugia. Oh, no, we got both our Lugias. We have 3 Lugia VSTARs. We have 3 Archeops in the deck. Our stadiums. It might be just a bunch of energy that is missing here. I don't see anything too crazy. Yeah, let's just say it was a super thorough deck check. We don't get an Archeops. Okay. That's a problem. That's a problem. Even if we can get 1 in the discard just to get some energy on the board, that would suffice. This is the fundamental challenge of the Lugia deck. Yes, when it gets set up, it's incredible. But you really need that turn, the first 2 turns to go right. I think that it is more forgiving in the teched out version, the one with the amazing Raikou and the amazing Yveltal. And yeah, where you can kind of get away a little more, because then you've got single prize attackers that can take multiple prizes or just erase V maxes. With this version, which is... it's a little more straight up, and yeah, it's just something to note. I think that going forward, I will probably play the more teched out version of this deck. I think that we're playing this one just to kind of showcase the power of Lugia, focus on a Lugia-centric deck, and then we'll move on to the more Lugia box decks with all of the different techs. I've had ideas for, like, what if you just made Fusion Strike Lugia? And you throw, just Meloetta and 4 energy, and then all of a sudden it's hitting for 280 damage as a single prize attacker. Is that good? I don't know. Maybe it's Mew, and then you throw the energy on. Okay, we don't get hit by Cram, which is fantastic. And this isn't a particularly strong... Well, they got 4 energy into the lost zone, and that's pretty good. Sorry, choking. There's our Archeops. Oh, this is perfect. This is actually perfect. We dump the Archeops into the discard pile. We grab ourselves a Lugia VSTAR. Now, it's worth noting we only have 2 Lugia Vs. Oh, no, there's a third one. Okay. We're fine, actually. Okay. Where this becomes overkill, though, is that the 2 energy... Okay, no, this is fine. This is fine. So it's 240, 30, 40, 50. I think we only need 1 powerful energy onto... Oh, we don't even have the option to do that. Okay, that does kind of suck. Let's go V-Guard and Gift. So we're actually going to be a bit short on one-hit KO potential on the other Lugia, which is unfortunate, but, you know, we can just attach later. We're only hitting a Comfey here anyway, so it's not that big of a deal right this second. Now, 240. Oh, hold on. So 220, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, we throw the powerful colorless energy on, and it's 300. And and we knock out this Dialga, and it's over. Now, do they have the sauce? That's the million-dollar question. If they can get this thing fully charged up and hit this twice, then we're screwed. If they can't, we attach the powerful colorless energy, we gust up the Dialga, and then it's over. And they've got only 4 in the Lost Zone right now. All the while, yeah, we go overkill on energy on the Lugia VSTAR and the active, and then we can still fully charge up the second Lugia, and heck, we can even throw down the third one too. Yeah, at this point, I don't think Regigigas helps us out too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yeah, if they get 1 more in there with a whole bunch of Mirage Gates, then we're in trouble. I have a feeling they don't have it. You know, maybe they swing with the Cram. But yeah, if we knock out this Dialga, this is over. Let's see. Oh, oh, oh. What's the play? Are they going to come in and swing with the Zacian? The Zacian does make it weird. Hitting for 230, because then it's like, do you have to knock out... I don't think you have to knock out the Zacian right now. Right? It does put us in a weird spot, right? I think that the Dialga is still dangerous. Right? Now they're 1 Lost Zone and a Mirage Gate away from taking 2 turns at once. Versus 230, and hopefully we can get a Lugia VSTAR from the deck. I think, yeah, we have to knock this out. Have to. 200 damage. Okay, that's fine. I will put the powerful energy onto this Lugia. We will bench the second one. Let's go and put some energy onto this. Unfortunately, that twin energy is only going to count as 1. It should count as only 1 color, 1 energy, and then we're going to have to put double turbo. So this one's going to be super nerfed. I don't like that very much, but we do get our big KO on the Dialga for 290 damage. Let's get rid of that stadium too. Gift energy and quick ball. Okay. So let's see the play. Are they might just swing with Cram, and that's totally a totally valid move to make here. because then they can save the Zacian and maybe they Thornton and make that a whole thing. Actually, yeah, that would have been... That could be a problem, too. And do we swing with this Lugia? Oh, if we could get a Lugia VSTAR right here, and I don't think... No, we're not going to. Okay. Top deck. If we can get Lugia and out to a Lugia VSTAR... No, we don't get it. All right. I could throw out all these cards. I don't think I want to do that. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that just yet. Because I don't want... 130. Yeah. Am I gonna... No, we're gonna get rid of everything. We're gonna play for the win here. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, this one's still hitting for 220. That's still one hit KO on Zacian. And we have Cheren's Care here for whatever that's worth. This is still like a Thornton away from being a really sad time for us. We do have Serena, though. We do have Serena, which can be that gust. It may not matter, but let's see. This is going to do 180, 210. That's still okay. They're going to throw the Dialgas back in the deck. That might just be stalling for time. Or they might need it to get into the VSTAR. I don't know. And yeah, there you go. Throw in some energy for Mirage Gates. And yeah, this isn't over. This actually isn't over. Yeah, if there were a Thornton away from this being a really sad time. Actually, for the Thornton to work, they have to have it in the discard pile, and they took the Dialga out of the discard pile. So that's not in play. That is no longer in play. They will Mirage Gate, though. Okay, go off. Now what? Okay, they burn their attach. And, oh, they're going to get the 5 right away. That's crazy. Oh, they get the 4. That's still a lot. That's still a lot. A Thornton would have saved them here, and it could have made it really tough for us because, yeah, if they had Thorntoned the Zacian into Dialga, they hit this twice, and then they still have time to put energy on it to one-hit KO this next Lugia. This Lugia definitely cannot one-hit KO a Dialga VSTAR right now. And just as a note, do we have any more energy in the deck? If we have at least 1 energy, we can make this work. Yes. Okay, excellent. Right, so we retreat to ourselves. We Serena, and this is going to do 220, right? I think so. We will go Serena into the Dialga. Please tell me this is enough. Yes, it is. GG, more than enough. Yeah, sure, we'll knock out that stadium too. GG's. And there we go. Lugia VSTAR. We had that goated opening. It looked really bad at first, and then we got the perfect opening, turning the 2 Archeops into the Lugia VSTAR. I think that's what happened. If it didn't, I profusely apologize, and I'm mixing up my games here. But we were able to get some big tempo, and they were just a little too slow to set up, and we were able to just kind of power our way through, and the acceleration of Archeops is absolutely nuts. I think having that extra energy at the end really bailed us out there. because there could have been some really nasty combos they could have pulled out if we had gotten stuck in the active, where on the next turn they get Dialga V-STAR set up, they gust up a Lugia, double tap that, and then we could have been screwed. Didn't work out that way though. Thankfully, we had 1 energy left in the deck. And I will say, despite running 15 energy, this deck goes through energy very quickly. Be incredibly mindful of what energy you attach and what energy you discard, because it can be very easy to just say like, I'm gonna throw away two energy while I do this research, and then all of a sudden now that's 2 less energy to power up an attacker, 2 less energy to retreat, because this deck only has hard retreats in it. So that's definitely something you need to keep in mind while playing this deck. GG's. Sick. We win the coin flip. And let's talk about like getting Lugia V-STAR in PTCGO. It sucks. It sucks really bad. This time around, I wasn't able to get as many free packs as I wanted to. I still got like 108, and then I opened a couple more that way. The big problem was that I pulled an okay amount, like considering I didn't pull any Arcanines or some other lesser Vs. I got three Lugia Vs and 1 Lugia V-STAR. So I still had to trade for the 4th Lugia V and 2 Lugia V-STARs. And like, that's still 100 packs. Not everyone's going to have the means to get like an extra 100 packs or pull, you know, have great pull rates or anything like that. So, you know, it's not for everybody. Okay, let's go and get a Lugia down. And I'll put some energy here. And do we... I think we wait. I think we have to pray that we turn that into an Archeops, the Evolution Incense into an Archeops, and then we Serena our hand, and in the next 5 cards, we get an out to... we get an out to Lugia V-STAR, and then we can play. It is kind of unfortunate. We're going to have to use the powerful energy on Crobat because, oh man, they emptied the clip on that one. Oh, okay. Well, they got a bunch of energy in the discard pile. That's actually really good for them. I think one of the potential big problems in this matchup for Lugia is that Regis is a bit of a challenge where Pokemon V can't attack the next turn, and we only have Regigigas as an alternative attacker. Ooh, they do get the Regidrago down. This could be a problem. And let's see if they're stuck. They might get Regigate, and then they start their party. Yep. Okay, so we really have to pop off right here, or this is dead. Okay, we do get the Lugia V-STAR. That's amazing. We do get Archeops. Well, I was going to say Archeops V-STAR. Like, no, that's not a thing. Okay, and one of the things we have to do here is we have to put the powerful energy on Crobat. If we don't do that, we can't retreat it because the Lugia decks don't run retreat. And, okay, we shall retreat here. And we really need to... If we can get a second attacker down, that would be amazing. Okay, Primal Turbo. Let's go. We don't need a lot of damage here. So I'm just gonna use the double turbo and the gift energy and hold on to the rest for the time being. And we'll attack Tempest Dive for a respectable 220 damage. And hopefully we can get down. There's the Lugia. Okay, now we charge this one up like crazy. And hopefully we can also find a Regigigas along the way. Let's see how they play this out. Now, here's a big problem, which I did not account for. Regilecky hits this for weakness. And if they've got a Choice Belt, we're kind of screwed. We do have Dunsparce. I just didn't come across it. Do they have the energy? I think they do. No, they don't quite have it from an energy perspective. So they're going to scoop and go into Gigas instead. I mean, Regigigas, I mean, it might be able to... Yeah, it can't attack here. So just to get some damage on the board, they will hit for 180. So I think our goal here is to find a Dunsparce to avoid this from demolishing us. Is Gift Energy or Powerful? Let's go Gift Energy, which is probably going to be a little more important to us here. Is there any, like a third Archeops or something that we can get? Nah, let's just research. Okay, we do have a Manaphy, and what we're going to do is actually get rid of research and Manaphy, and I think we have to get the Dunsparce down. And now we can accelerate Lugia, and I think we go Capture Energy, V-Guard Energy. We can't use Twin Energy here. We're specifically saving that for Regigigas. So we'll just attack. Tempest Dive. 220. What's going to be weird, though, is that we really need... We need to find another Lugia VSTAR. Please don't find the Speed Lightning Energy. Please don't find it. Please don't... Okay, that's also bad. That's also bad. Okay, so this Lugia is dead. I guess if we're going to play it straight up Lugia... Yeah, I think we have to. The Regigigas is nice, but I don't know if we have much more energy to play it that way. Especially if we're going to 40. Ugh. Okay, we lost one Lugia VSTAR, one Lugia V. Just out of curiosity, how many do we have? Let's go. Okay, we still have a V and VSTAR in the deck, so we're not entirely out here. They have one Regigigas. Let's go with the Regis, actually. Okay. If we go and charge up... Hold on. Is it worth bossing up Gigas? Or, yeah, I know they don't run 3. Okay. I will Powerful Energy. And we will go Twin and something on Gigas. And V-Guard. Ooh. Okay. Where we need Lugia VSTAR here, don't we? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna make quite the gamble here. And we're gonna get rid of our research. And we're gonna boss up Regigigas. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. I meant to get Regis, because I would have known for sure that they don't have 3 Regis. No one runs 3 Regis. Having knocked out the Gigas, there's a good chance that they can just bench another Gigas. So that was a misplay on my part. But if they don't have the way of... If they don't have a third Gigas, or they don't have a way to get the 2 back... Oh, they're going to boss up the Dunsparce just to knock that out. And that's pretty smart. And we're actually going to go with Regigigas here. The traitor. The betrayal. Regigigas hitting for 130, which is going to be enough to knock out everything except another Regigigas here. Okay, they're going to scoop and go with the Aleki. We just need 2 KOs here. Just need 2. Targeted Bolt, I don't think is going to be enough. Electromagnetic Sonar, what does that do? Oh, that grabs a trainer. Okay. If that's it, like, I still think they're done. I want to research, but if I research this, I don't have... I think we just swing. And this should be out of reach at this point. Whether it's Gigas knocking them out or Lugia knocking them out. And yes, Regirock theoretically could hit for weakness here. But yeah, thank goodness Regigigas came in here to save our bacon here. Man, the anime betrayal is strong. And thankfully the misplay didn't mess us up there. And technically it ended up not being a misplay. They didn't have the Regis to accelerate. So it did work out in the end. Regice would have also been a viable target there because I'm almost certain they wouldn't have had the second Regice. Oh no, they benched 2 Regidragos. Hold on, do they have the net? Do they have the net? All right, they're going to fish all the homies out. Get them all back. Yeah, the double Drago here is... Oh, that was a massive misplay. And Regigigas is going to steal the show here. Take 1 more KO. GG's. All right, there we go. Regigigas, one of the strongest decks in the game, losing to... I mean, the unsung hero. Regigigas on our end. So having that single prize attacker does come in handy in places where you're either you don't want to lose a prize, or you can up trade with a VMAX here against Regigigas. It helped us out. Not getting hit for weakness. They did have to burn a turn trying to knock out a Dunsparce, and that helped us out a lot. Again, thank goodness for having Dunsparce in the deck. I know there aren't that many lightning threats out there, but something like a Regieleki Vikavolt, something like Regieleki in the Regigigas deck is also going to be a problem. So, there we go. GG's. I will say, having played the Lugia deck now for, a couple of hours, I'd say I haven't put too much time into it. It's definitely harder than I thought it was when I first saw the deck. Now, I don't have... Yeah, we're going to turn this into an Archeops. Yeah, it's a little harder. I think the biggest challenge is getting the Archeops on the board, or getting them in the discard pile super early. You really need to do that before the end of turn 2. And we do get a second Archeops here, which is great. It might be at the expense of losing a gift energy, which I don't think is the end of the world. We are up against... Okay, what do we see? Battle VIP Pass, Crobat. Is it the Crobat Wheezing garbage? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. I hate this deck so much. Our potential saving grace is Regigigas just destroying this Crobat VMAX once it turns into VMAX. And that's something we're going to have to keep in mind. And what they need, if Crobat is stuck in the active for the rest, or for the end of this turn, ooh, Marnie, that's not good. We had the play. It was ready. More or less. This here is not as good. We do have 1 Archeops, and that at least gets us attacking. But it definitely slows down our tempo. And unfortunately, they have to burn energy just to get Crobat out of the active. And they're not going to be able to attack here. Oh, and they're going to Galar mine us too. And that should be... They want to lock us in? Oh, okay. Go off. Let's get the second Archeops down, and we will pray that we can get a Lugia VSTAR. And, like, I could have... Yep. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We do get Lugia VSTAR. We already have 1 energy on there. Let's go Assemble Star or Summoning Star. And we will go 1-2. And we'll save some room on the bench for Regigigas. And what do we need? I don't have to get too crazy here because there's only one. We're already one-hit KOing it. So let's go Powerful Gift. I'm going to put a Capture Energy down to get the Regigigas on the board. And let's go and charge up a powerful. Let's go Capture Powerful. No, yeah. V-Guard Capture on the second Lugia. I'm trying to save some powerful energy cards for Regigigas just in case. And yeah, let's discard that Galar Mine. Get that out of here. Love that Lugia has a free stadium bump. There are a couple of cards. Zeraora V-Star has that as well. Zeraora not as good as Lugia, but it does have that ability as well. Oh, we're going to get locked in. And they're going to Marnie us, which is actually not that bad. Like, yeah, we do lose the Cherens, and that would have been a great time to Cheren's Care and accelerate to the second. A fresh Lugia, even. And let's see. If they Crobat here, if they put down Crobat, we win the game. I'll gladly eat some poison. Oh, I don't want to get confused, though. That part sucks. Ooh, they themselves can't do anything. All right, well then, I think that let's put some energy on Regigigas, and we can't actually do anything right now. Let's go research, just to get a fresh set of cards, and I don't want to hard retreat. Actually, yeah, let's pass to the peak here. And yeah, I would actually want to. Let's Tempest Dive. Heads, heads, heads. No, we are also confused. So this deck becomes a viable choice, even more of a viable choice, because the Wheezing shuts down all of the Lugia charging up. Actually, even shuts down the. Oh my goodness. And they may just cheese us out for the rest of this game. If they... Alright, well, I'm going to hold on to the Serena. And until we can get, like, a clean hit on Lugia, or, like, a clean hit. Oh, and they're going to put the Force Seal Stone and the Dark Patch? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is tricky. And they're going to pop. So, I think what we can do, we can gamble. We can go... Is it worth gambling, though? And they're going to throw down the poison. I think we're going to gamble. No, we're not going to gamble. We're not going to gamble. I normally gamble. I don't want to do that. I think I need to flip heads. Like, I will do this once I am... Heads, 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 heads. Okay. We get the KO. Awesome. And yeah, we'll discard that Galar Mine too. I don't want to... The big thing is I don't want to retreat for a billion energy. I'll retreat for 2 if the time is right. And we can score a one-hit KO on this Crobat. I think ideally, yes. This is what we want. This is the play we want. Right? They're going to Stealth Poison into... And this looks really bad for us, right? Okay. This is when we Gust. We Gust in Crobat. We hard retreat into the Regigigas. We can get rid of these 2 energies. And we accelerate. V-Guard. 1, 2, 3. and we still need energy, right? So unfortunately, we only have double turbos, and I'm only going to want to attach one. And hopefully this is enough to one-hit KO the Crobat, 330 damage. Good night. All right, this has been... I mean, Lugia's been pretty strong with the Archeops and stuff, but Regigigas kind of showing its value there as well. Couple of matches where Regigigas kind of helped us out. And yeah, having Crobat being able to have that up trade against VMAX has really changed the math there, allowing us to, yeah, steal 3 prizes in a hit and run deck. That was pretty awesome. Good job, Lugia, for the setup and getting the Archeops down. Good job to Regigigas for the massive one-hit KO on Crobat. GG's. There's a look at Lugia VSTAR with Regigigas. Of course, this is probably the most vanilla way you can play the deck. However, there's going to be a lot of different techs and options you've already seen online with the Charizard and the Stoutland V and Raikou and all that, the Yveltal, and we're gonna cover those in the coming days and weeks. I've got other ideas for other weird special energy acceleration decks that I'm looking forward to trying as well, but we will get to those in due time. For now, though, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. A couple of quick plugs before we go. You can find me on all the things, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at In Third Person. You can find me on Twitch at In Third Person, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. All right, I will see you on... I really need to get this outro button fixed and put it here so I don't have to break icon. I'm out of here. Later.